And Russell Brand's real-time cancellation continues as the Under Fire star has now had his lucrative YouTube channel demonetised by the website's owner, Google. It means Brand, who is yet to be found guilty of any alleged historical sex allegations, will no longer earn a reported £1 million a year from publishing videos to his 6.6 million subscribers. A creator's off-platform behaviour harms our users, employees or ecosystem. We take action to protect the community. This decision applies to all channels that may be owned or operated by Russell Brand. It comes as the BBC today started removing shows which feature Brand from its iPlayer site. But what do you think, as he's yet to be found guilty of any crime? Is it wrong that Russell Brand has been banned from monetising his YouTube videos? Dan at GBNews.com. Vote in our poll at GBNews on Twitter. But debating this now, the social commentator Lalani Dowding and the writer and broadcaster Anna May Mangan. Lalani, you're angry about this decision, aren't you?
You know, there shouldn't be trial by media. It's completely wrong. Not only has he got no allegations, he's not being charged. There's really bad feedback in my ear. Not only has he not been charged with anything. Sorry, I can't.
Sorry, Lalani. We'll try and sort your sound out. We'll come to Anna May Mangan. So Lalani, Anna May, Lalani's point is that he hasn't been charged with any crime.
No, I know that, but it's not like a bloke down the pub is saying that he has done these things. It's a crack team of journalists who have managed to uncover all these allegations from the Sunday Times, Channel 4, and then people are coming forward now to corroborate them. And there's a queue for the police to get involved. So, yes, he hasn't been charged or anything yet, but look, this is how Harvey Weinstein and Gary Glitter and who else, all these guys got caught out by allegations in the first place that were followed up. So what's wrong with it? And also, if he was a decent guy, he'd have stepped down himself while this was being investigated, rather than fighting for his right to carry on as normal, because things are far from normal.
So, Lalani, it doesn't sound like Anna May Mangan believes in due process.
Well, this is the thing. This is a trial by media. We're already on a very slippery slope, right? Only has he had... No, he's not being found guilty of anything. There are no charges against him. So it's not for us, it's not for YouTube to be the judge and jury. It's not for them to say you cannot any longer provide for your family. If people want to turn YouTube off and not watch him and not go on his page, then that's up to them. But they're not actually even taking his videos down. They're just saying, you can have your videos up, but you can't get any money from it. Right? He can't provide for his family when he's not being found guilty. Now, there was an actor who had sexual allegations made against him 2 years ago. He's now suing The Guardian because there never were any charges brought. There was no evidence. Look at Benjamin Mendy.
Noel Clark. And the case of Noel Clark, by the way, is absolutely disgraceful, what he was put through. He lost all of his work and it hasn't come back. And Anna May, the type of society that you want to be a part of seems to be guilty before being found innocent.
Not at all. I'm not a supporter of this guy. I think his willy humour isn't funny at all. I think what he did to Andrew Sachs's granddaughter...
Do you not understand that's not the point?
Tells a lot about him. But that isn't what this is about. No. This is about a really good, long investigation that's thrown up a series of accusations about a guy. The worst one, I think, that I've heard is that he brought a 16-year-old girl home in a BBC car to his house after school. Was he helping her with her homework? I mean, what was that about? So that alone, to me, rings massive alarm bells. So he should do the respectable thing, stand back, let all this be investigated by the police. I'm not saying trial by media, but how would it come out otherwise? He was never going to confess.
But it is a trial by media, isn't it?
But was he ever going to confess that he did the things that are alleged?
Here's the thing. Look at Benjamin Mendy. Look at Benjamin Mendy.
The footballer.
He had charges, the footballer. He had charges brought against him. He lost his job. He went to jail for several months and he was found innocent. There's no repercussions for these women. So I'm not saying that Russell's innocent. I'm not saying that Russell's guilty. But I'm saying that we shouldn't be jumping the gun and stopping them from being able to work. Now, I don't trust the mainstream media. You know, you have Talisa being set up at the peak of her fame and success by the fake sheikh, who went to this whole elaborate plan to set her up as supplying drugs. How can we trust the mainstream media?
No,
And people don't recover, Anna May. People don't recover.
I don't know what you do for a living. But Lilani, if you had a shop or a restaurant and he was your front man, you wouldn't allow him to work while this is going on. I wouldn't allow him to work. It's not saying that he's guilty.
So what you'd want a completely innocent man. You'd want a completely innocent man who hadn't been found guilty of any crime to lose his job, to lose the ability to provide for his family. Honestly, Anna May, that is sick.
No. I think people should, if there's this many people, and this detailed an investigation throwing this up, then he has to respect.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So you believe in trial by media? That's absolutely fine. That is a position to take. Well, you do.
It's not true.
Because that's literally what you've just said. Because there has been no criminal investigation whatsoever.
Some of these women are now justified to go to the police, and the police will take it from here. How did Harvey?
Okay, final word, Lilani, final word.
When Dispatches, Channel 4 and The Times do an investigation on who Ghislaine Maxwell is convicted of trafficking -2, then I'll take the media seriously, the mainstream and The Times and everything else. Other than that, I'm keeping without a TV licence. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Social commentator Lilani Dowding, the writer and broadcaster Anna May Mangan, thank you both so much. But who do you agree with on this? As he's yet to be found guilty of any crime, is it wrong that Russell Brand has been banned from monetising his YouTube videos? Sean on Twitter writes, it's so wrong. Russell Brand has not even been charged or found guilty yet. This trial by media is wrong and not lawful. Megan writes, the evidence from many scared and abused women is so strong and so moving. But as much as these women deserve justice, Brand also deserves a fair trial and not to be cancelled by the media. And from Deck on Twitter, this is cancel culture happening before our eyes. YouTube aren't letting him earn an income and the media aren't letting him defend himself. And your verdict is now in. 76% of you agree it is wrong for Russell Brand to be monetised. 24% of you agreeing with the decision by YouTube parent company Google.